Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Digital Trip. I'm Juan Solo.
I'm Marc Ashforde.
Alright, now today we're going to be talking about game delays.
Ironic, because we have been delayed for about a week.
Yeah, we have been,
So, yeah, you'll see our video. It'll be somewhere over here-ish. In this area.
Unless the editor's a dick and he decides to put it
on the
else.
window area. Not on my face. Alright, so yeah, game delays. A couple of weeks ago when we first started all this stuff up, we started talking about The Legend of Zelda, we started talking about Uncharted and whatnot.
Yeah, that was our first episode.
Yeah, and lo and behold, they get delayed.
Yep. There are two games that we mentioned on the upcoming games of 2015 got delayed, and those games were Uncharted 4 and The Legend of Zelda for the Wii U.
How weird that we talked about it and they get delayed.
Yeah, how weird.
Internet. Keep giving us more power.
So as you can see, that was the inspiration for us wanting to talk about it. So I guess let's jump right into it. Like game delays, I think it's safe to say it pisses everybody off, right?
It does, because I mean you're expecting something to come out at a certain time, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, guess what? We need to tweak it a little bit more. It's like, okay, cool, tweak it more, and then we get Watch Dogs. Yeah, I mean, they're like, oh, it's going to be cool, it's going to happen this and that, this everywhere, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, tweak it more. Then we get it, it's like, seriously? Okay, why not?
Yeah, yeah, and it's funny you mentioned Watch Dogs, because I was going to bring it up too, that game got delayed, I think, twice, right?
I believe so.
It was set for, like, a November release, and then that didn't happen, so they bumped it to like in early, I think, February, and then it didn't come out till like March, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean,
something like that.
And it wasn't too bad of a game, but it's just one of those, if you're gonna delay something, make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
I mean, another good example of a game delay, and everybody knows this, is Duke Nukem.
Oh my god.
That was a 10-year game delay.
Yeah, I think it was like 14 to be
14 years, damn.
In development. But, like, I'll defend Duke Nukem in that I don't think it was as bad as everyone made it out to be. Like, the one things that we can, like...
But it's one of those where it's not as bad, but it's one of those where you're waiting 14 years.
Yes.
You're waiting a person. Yep. You're waiting a person. It could have came out good.
It could have. It definitely had the potential. But that's the thing. I mean,
that's a game I expect to come out in a year as a parody game.
Yeah, like, no, they're really... Who knows what happened with that one?
Everyone knows. It kept changing developer and
yeah.
Shenanigans, and this guy who had his receipt waiting for years, and they eventually found his receipt, and it was all fucking yellow, and they had to go pick up the game when it released, because he pre-ordered it 14 years ago.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, there was a video on a guy who pre-ordered the game when it was announced, and he still kept his GameStop receipt for the game. Then 14 years later, when the game came out, he went to go and pick up the game, and they did like a short little 10-minute, I guess, YouTube documentary on it. And yeah, if I can find the video, I'll be sure to put a link for it. But I don't know if that video is still even around.
I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, regardless, it's one of those where you were gonna delay it, make it good.
Yeah.
I mean, because typically you already know a developer's wait time. Kind of like Ubisoft used to do a game every 2 years. Naughty Dog's every 2 years, I believe, also. And Ubisoft jumped the gun and they started releasing games a year, sometimes 2 at a time. And that kind of threw up their dynamic, because it's one of those where you would wait 2 years. And like the Assassin's Creed series, it had a 2-year gap. And Assassin's Creed 1, it was, innovative. Assassin's Creed 2 was good. Then Brotherhood was even better. Revelations kind of dropped the ball a little bit. 3, it did bring in a lot of good stuff, but it's long. And I wasn't going to sit through all of it again. And then 4, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean, but with assassins.
Yeah, I liked 4.
And then Unity was also good, but it's one of those where you start losing a couple of things.
I haven't played Unity, but it's funny that you mentioned Ubisoft, because... like, let me just mention this really quickly. Heavy Rain, for those of you who don't know, that's a PS3 game. That one also got delayed because that one was also aiming for like a November holiday release.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it saw that it was going to be competing against like Uncharted and Call of Duty. So instead, they delayed their game till March. But they actually said we're delaying the game because we feel that if we release it against all these other games, it's not going to sell well. Which I would agree.
I would have agreed too, because I mean, it's one of those where Uncharted did really well in Call of Duty. He's always going to do well.
Well, not just that, it's competing against sequels. Those
true.
are all sequels, so...
And Heavy Rain was IP, right?
Yeah, that was its own thing. So I agree that in that one, it made sense for them to delay it, but the thing is, they at least said, this is why we're delaying it. And everyone went like, no, you know what?
It makes sense.
It makes sense. So now, going back to Ubisoft, when they fucking delayed Rayman Legends on Wii U, that was just bullshit. For those of you who don't know, this is pretty much what happened. This game, Rayman Legends, was supposed to come out also for the holidays. It was supposed to come out alongside the Wii U. However, that didn't happen. Instead, the Wii U released with almost no games.
That's true.
So everyone was waiting for Rayman Legends.
Well, it's kind of like the PS4 also released with very little games. If not, they were just pretty much boots of PS3 games.
Pretty much. But the thing is, this one was set to release with it.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening is they're like, we're going to delay it till February. So then January. It is literally late January. And they announced that Rayman Legends is no longer a Wii U exclusive. They are now going to port it onto the other systems. Which, alright, that's fine. However, the other versions weren't going to come out to September. And it was then that they announced. So with that said, we are also going to delay the Wii U version of Rayman Legends till September. Now, the reason that's horseshit
of the following year
is because of that year.
Of that year, you mean the
yeah. Like, it was gonna come out, I think, fucking 2014. So like February 2014, and it got pushed to September 2014 to come out with the PS3, PS4, Xbox version of the game.
Yeah.
And again, the reason it's horseshit is because the Wii U version was already finished. The game was already done. All they had to do was ship it. But they're like, no, we're going to wait. And this is why, another reason why it's dumb. Wii U had no games. This one was going to come out with it, but it didn't. So now this was its time to shine. Everyone who had a Wii U was going to buy this because they had nothing else to play.
Yeah.
But no, they pushed it, and even developers of the game also said, like, guys, we don't like the decision either, but this is from corporate, not us.
Yeah, I get you.
So they ultimately just left with guys, please still buy the game, because if you don't buy it, it affects us, the developers, not corporate. However, sorry developers, I didn't buy the game because I had September saved up for Grand Theft Auto and Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. In other words, you guys should have fucking released it in February. I know it wasn't developers' fault, but fuck you, Ubisoft. You should have released it in February. You would have made so much money. You literally, every single person who had a Wii U would have bought that game.
The intensity of staring into that camera, it's gonna fucking break.
Dude, I was seriously mad. I'm still mad. Again, I still haven't bought the game.
And yeah, that's pretty much strong-ass feelings for game delays. We are trying a new thing out. We've noticed that most of our viewers drop after a 7-minute mark, so we're going to try and shorten these up. And after that tyrannical rant, and I feel we're going to get backlash from Ubisoft, we're going to end it there, because out of fear of him breaking his camera and then breaking mine, we need both. That's our setup. But regardless... Oh, damn. But regardless, thank you for watching what's going. Like I said, these will be shorter, be a lot more compressed. I'm going to try better to just compress all the information, make it easier, smoother to watch.
Alright guys, well that'll do it for this week. You can follow us on Twitter. In case you guys don't know, we both have Twitters. We'll be sure to put the hashtags in the subtitle below. And yeah, like I said, that'll do it for this week. So we'll see you next time.
Alright, I'm Marc Ashforde.
I'm Juan Solo.
See you next time.
Bye guys.